I am going to be showing you how to create a setup file for your C Sharp, VB, and C++ application using Install Creator Pro. I will launch my Visual Studio 2017. I'll click on Create New Project. Create New Project. For this tutorial, I am going to be creating a Visual Basic application, and I'll be selecting Windows Form application. Windows Form application. I am going to name this project How to Create a Set Up App. The name of our VB application is How to Create a Set Up App. I'll click OK. Since this is more of creating a setup file, I will just customize this form a little bit. So what I will do, I will just increase the size of this form. Okay, then I'll add a label. I'm going to add maybe a label. Pick a label, drop a label, then I'll head on to properties. Under properties, I'll change the text of this label to, let's say, how to create an installer. Okay, how to create an installer. Then I would head on to maybe font, to increase the font size. Going to be using maybe the font size maybe 20. Okay, 20. Okay, then the back color of, I'm going to be changing the back color of our application to maybe, I'm going to be changing the back color of our form to maybe a dark blue. Then I can change the color, the fore color of this to fore color to maybe white. Alright, now the first thing we want to do after designing your application, you want to start the application in order for a debug folder to be created in your application directory. Once you start this project, then your application will be created. So that is what I want to do. I want to start this project in order for my application to be created. So I'm going to hit on start. So what it's doing is building the application. Application is being built. So here we go. This definitely is our application. This is our application. This is our application. It is up and running. So once this is done, I can go ahead and close this application. I can also close Visual Studio. Okay. Next, I would head on to my document. I'll head on to document. Since I'm using Visual Studio 2017, I would open my Visual Studio 2017, open my project folder. By default, all applications you are building are going to be stored in your project folder. So I'm going to open the project folder. Then I would look for the name of my application. I'll look for the name of my project, and in this case I'll be locating the folder. Here's the folder, how to create a setup application. So this is the folder I will be accessing. I'll open this folder, how to create a setup app. Then I'll open this folder, how to create a setup app. Then I would go to the bin folder. Go. Now on inside the bin folder, I will look for my debug folder. This is the folder I'm looking for. If I open this debug folder, as you can see, our application is existing in this folder. When we started our application on Visual Studio, when we started our project in Visual Studio, our application was developed and stored in the debug folder. So this is a folder that we need. We need this folder in order to be able to create our installer. So what I'm going to do, I am going to copy this folder to my desktop to make things easier and smooth. I would copy this folder, and once I have copied my debug folder, what I want to do next is to add the icon of my application. So what you want to do is to name, so here is the icon I will be attaching to my application. So what you want to do is to rename this icon to the name of your project. So I'm going to be renaming this icon to School App. I have succeeded in naming my icon School App. So once I'm done naming this icon School App, because the name of my application is going to be School App, I would move it to the debug folder. Once I have moved it to our debug folder, I can go ahead and run our Install Creator Pro. So I'll click on it. Yes. I'll click next. Then I'll hit on browse. In order to I'll click on browse. Then from desktop, I'll select our debug folder. Okay, so I've selected our debug folder. So I'll go ahead and paste the name of my application, School App. This is the name that will show up on the setup file installer. So I'll hit on next. Okay, if you want the user to be able to choose between several files, you can read all this, but these are advanced setup. So what we want to do, we are not changing anything here. We are going to hit on the next button. Next. Left bitmap, just hit on next. We're not doing anything here. These are advanced. Next. Next. Now on this page, you can see that this is a directory where our application is going to be installed into. Our application, after running our setup file, is going to be installed on our program file. You can change this directory. If you don't want to install in a program file, you can always change the directory. You have Windows directory, it's going to install it on Windows directory. You have system directory, program file directory, common files directory, my document directory, desktop directory, application data directory, temporary directory, and so forth. All these are the directories can select where your application will be installed. So I'll be leaving mine to be installed on the program file directory. So I'm going to hit on next. Then you have to pay attention. What we're going to do, we want to create an icon. This is where we're going to link our icon to our application that we're about to install. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'll hit on browse. Then it is going to open up our debug folder. Then I will be selecting the how to create a setup app.ex, not this other one. This is what you want to select, not the one with the spanner. You're selecting this because this is your application. So I'm going to highlight, select this and click on open. Then in here it says please enter below the name of the icon corresponding to the above file. So I'm going to be pasting this school app, since the name of my icon on this folder is bearing school app. So I'll be pasting that name. Then here it says add desktop shortcut. Yes, I want to be adding a desktop shortcut. I'll tick on this. Then I'm going to be asked to select the icon. Once you click on browse, it's also going to open these directories and display the icon or icons on this part. So what I want to do, I want to select this icon. Since this is the icon that I want to tie to my application, I'll select this and say open. After doing this, I'll hit on next. Here we're not doing anything here. Next. Yes, uninstall a program. I want to leave this ticked. What this means is it is also going to create an uninstaller, so that from the application directory we can uninstall our application. So I'm going to be leaving this ticked. I'll click on next, 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 finish. Then I'm now asked to give the name of my application. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this name school app. So since this is going to be the name of my application, but what you can still do, you can name it setup. You can use this setup, whatever name you want to use. You can give it setup. It's going to be a setup.ex file, executable file if you wish, but I'll just leave it to bear the name of my application, school app. I haven't done this. I'll hit on save, and immediately it is going to create my application. My application is created. I'm going to be leaving in the description the link you can use to download install Creator Pro. I'll be leaving that link on the description. So our application is built. If I come to open our debug folder, you can see that the ES file for our application is created. So this is the setup file for our application. So I'll copy this and paste it on our desktop. So this is our setup file. If I go ahead and launch this, it's going to go ahead and yes, you can install our application. Yes, welcome to School App Install Program. Now in the part 2 of this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to customize this installer to place your company logo or write-up. As you can see, my company's write-up is showing at this part. I'm going to be showing you how to do this. Then I'll hit on next. Okay, it's going to be installed in Drive C. Next. The destination directory does not exist. Do you want to create it? Yes, I want to. Then I'll hit on start. and my application school app has been successfully installed. So the application is successfully installed. Once we close this, here is our application. As you can see now, we are not working with the folder. We now have an icon that is referencing this application in Drive C in our program file. So if I go ahead and launch this, you can see that our application is up and running. Application is up and running. So this is how you can create a setup file for your C#, VB, or C++ application. Thank you very much and see you in our tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels and leave your comment, as this is going to encourage us to do more videos, more tutorials, and more solutions to help. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Do well to like our page on Facebook and share this video. If you're watching on YouTube, then do well to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell in order for you to get a notification when we upload new videos. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do well to like our page on Facebook and share this video. If you're watching on YouTube, then do well to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell in order for you to get a notification when we upload new videos. Thank you very much.